Hey there, guys. So today we have another review, and this is another basic beers, and we're doing Schwarzbier this year, this episode, and this is Köstritzer's Schwarzbier. So this is pretty much literally translates to black beer in German, Schwarzbier, and so it's going to be a roasty, slightly roasty, but never burnt kind of dark lager. Generally lower in ABV, 4.4 to 5.4%. This one comes in at 4.8. And so, yeah, let's dig in the beer. Traditional German style beer. Again, really became popular after the reunification of Germany. So, yes, again. And actually, the inspiration of a lot of Japanese dark lagers, so like Asahi Black, something like that, would be inspired from a Schwarzbier like this. So, beer is really nice. Nice and black, but it really is more of a dark brown, like coming out of the bottle. Like, yeah, it's like, medium plus brown coming out of the bottle, and it really isn't exactly pitch black. This one is actually quite dark. I mean, generally the style, you should see a little bit of like ruby or garnet coming out in the edges, but pretty dark beer. A little bit of this off-white head. Let's get the aroma on this. Just really nice malt complexity. You get a little bit of chocolate. Like, again, it's really nice kind of roast quality. Really should not, this style should not be like a porter stout. You just get a little bit of like hints of cocoa, chocolate, but really nice, like rich breadiness, malt complexity. But nothing too overly intense. Just malts for days, roastiness, breadiness. If anything, it even leans a little bit towards something like a Munich Dunkel, just rich amounts of malt complexity. But again, this one has a little touch of roast in it. Cheers. Yeah, really nice. Again, yeah, it just has this wonderful kind of like lingering roast quality, driving the beer, even the touch of that kind of roast bitterness, but it's really the maltiness standing up on this beer. Yeah, wonderful breadiness hits up front. But for 4.8, it's actually relatively light beer. Again, I think this style really shows that you can have a dark beer without too much rich intensity of roastiness. It really is restrained roastiness. You get a little bit of coffee, a little bit of like bitter chocolate and some cocoa coming through, but in general, it's the malts dominating this beer. That really just wonderful, intense, rich breadiness. But again, with like a sprinkling of just like coffee thrown in, a little bit of chocolate, and then on the back end, a little bit of residual sweetness, a little bit of lingering roasty quality, nice and dry in the back end from that lager yeast. Yeah, wonderful black lager, just really delicious. And as you wait more, there's more of that kind of like lingering, little bit of like milk chocolate, roasty kind of quality, just like moving on the palate. It's really drinkable beer. Again, 4.8%. It's not necessarily a heavy beer, and again, not a burnt and roasty, overly roasty beer. That's for rating. Just fun beer. Really easy drinking, and just well built as well. Let's go with something like an 87 on this one. Very enjoyable. So, getting 87 from me. This is Köstritzer's Schwarzbier. Amazing stuff. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.